Wow, you actually look really beautiful in the light.
Thank you.
You gotta let me know when I bother you too much. I always try not to. That's why I disappeared for a while.
Actually, John kind of taught me something.
I'm listening. I'm gonna sit in the shade with you and listen to everything you have to say. You want the high chair
I'm
or the
thinking
low
of the low one.
chair? All right, you go low. How low can you
Katrina.
go?
I'm thinking of Katrina, my cousin in California.
Well, let's go there.
Yeah, that'd be different.
No, it'd be wonderful. Guess what? You sprayed the shit out of her. And that's your new thing. Why don't you just pardon me?
Wearing Victoria's Secret underwear.
Oh, you are.
And when we were hanging out, we fell into a Victoria's Secret store a few years ago.
Well, you have to take a look at those later.
I didn't understand the
Allure. That's the word.
the allure. What does allure mean?
A-L-L-U-E. Allure. That means the market forces which makes everybody say that you have to wear this. They were very good at marketing to make women think that they don't realize women are beautiful already. They don't need to wear that, but it is kind of sexy. And
I saw some lightning yesterday, and I only looked at one. I felt like I got to choose which lightning strike I'd
you
look
gotta
at.
be careful looking at lightning too.
Maybe it wasn't like that, but I was super smart when I was growing up, and
All right, stop. I'm gonna stop you. I
what?
told you I'm gonna be quiet, but I'm gonna stop you.
Do I just have a negative dialogue or something? I want to record this because I want to hear what I usually think about.
All right. What I want you to do is say you are super smart, because you know what?
I am super
Everybody.
smart. I am super
All
smart.
right. You can record this, because I want you to listen to it.
Okay.
If you go to sleep, sometimes you're not gonna be laying next to me. I would rather you were, but sometimes you aren't.
Oh.
So, what it is you said I was super smart when I was a kid. I think you're super smart right now. So I want you to understand that. And I want you to really just believe that you are. Because I told you earlier, no, but listen to me. I told you earlier, you're a gift to me. Guess why?
Why?
You're going to make me change my life. I'm going to start painting and singing again.
You did stop drinking, I noticed.
A little bit.
A little.
I'm not doing stupid things. Guess what? I'm not walking around looking like a fool. Big old beard and stuff like that. The only reason I'm dirty is I just went to Clarence's because Clarence is sick. And I went to cut his lawn. That's why I'm filthy. I'm going to go home and take a nice cold bath because it's hot out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lay in a cold bath and enjoy myself. That came out the wrong way, but you know what I mean. All right, now I'll be quiet.
Okay, so I had a cool friend in Mission Bay.
I know Mission Bay very well.
Do you?
Yes, San Francisco.
Wow.
I've been there many times.
I was supposed to go to San Francisco. I made a trip to go to San Francisco along my journey of backpacking, and then I canceled San Francisco because someone controlled me a little bit. I know that sounds funky, but I could say it's okay.
How about this?
So yeah, I guess I kind of freaked out about how good my life's going to be, and I want it to be nice and everything.
Your life's going to be great. Guess what's going to make your life great? You. I can help, but you're going to make your life great. And I'm going to give you encouragement. And
You're going to give me
I'm looking at you.
encouragement.
Whoa, here we go. What I'm going to do is make you believe in yourself.
I want to believe in myself again. Right. I had everything I ever wanted and needed, and I was so passionate about it. Now everyone's just like
it's
sort of
right there. It's right there. All you need is, guess what? No, here, record this.
I am recording
So,
it.
There's 47 songs. I was in a studio and recorded 47. And I quit doing it. It's time for me to start again. And you're going to be my muse. You know what a muse is, right?
A muse is like a self
A muse
knower, right?
No. A muse is somebody who inspires an artist. They could be anybody. They could be literally, they're not like super, you are, but a muse could be just a person you run into and all of a sudden you're passionate again.
Yeah, I'll have to experience
That's
this
a muse.
nice
A muse
face
is
once.
what
Here.
so many beautiful artists, Lennon, all these great guys, they all had a muse. That was Yoko Ono for John Lennon.
My throat chakra feeling funky again.
Do you need to gargle with some salt?
I needed to say that slowly because I wondered in the past what made me so open-minded to writing so much about what was on my mind. And now I'm 24, but I'm not able to stop at the stop signs the same way and say I know myself. Like, it doesn't feel as like. And I tried to describe it one time that like I want to experience something long lasting. And what I mean by long lasting
Stop
was
right there. All right.
okay.
All right. Here, you can look at me. See, this is my hand. I'm gonna go like this with my hand.
Okay.
Put your hand there real fast. You don't have to go all the way. I'm long lasting. All my friends have known like for my whole life. Because I don't associate with people that I can't have a, like, I don't understand why people are like, well, they used to be my friend, now they're not. I'm like, that wasn't your friend to begin with. If all of a sudden they just like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm like, well, you were never my friend then. Long lasting is the only way to have a friendship. I mean, why would you just like, well, I'll be your friend tonight, but not tomorrow? I mean, I don't get any of that. See, I'm this crazy person that believes in love and craziness and passion.
Well, what happens when you think that everything that you needed was there and then it wasn't because someone taught you that if you now are believing that you're a beautiful person, but that's the least of your focus because you have everything you desire and you're in this utopia of something. What is the reason that maybe there could be just a little bit of laughter and where it's not needed, that now suddenly you're only focused on your beauty because people kind of turned around into a different universe off for you?
No.
I say off
You're
for you.
overthinking. If you just be and you wake up happy.
You said I'm overthinking.
You're overthinking. How about this? The people that say things to you that you don't really, that hurt you or take your self-image and make it something else, those are people you need to run from. Here, I told you.
Well, I told you I'd tell you everything. I wrote a book.
Yes.
I wrote a spiritual poetry book. Because my vagina is happy right now. I want to share my secret that, again, out loud. I levitated when I was 19.
That's awesome.
After I visited California.
That's awesome.
And what if that's enough to make me happy? Because if it's saying that, I can do all these things now, and there doesn't have to be a requirement that is enough for everyone, and now I'm just the coolest person ever. But what about that? Someone told me I'm the coolest person ever that they've met before. I've heard that before. And then I've also heard you're schizophrenic. And I've also heard.
So what? You say thank you.
In my consciousness.
When they say that, you say thank you.
I say thank you because
guess what?
My
People
stomach
think I'm
hurts
crazy.
so much right now.
Why does it hurt? That's stress. You gotta get rid of that. It's gonna kill you. Not right now, but your stomach hurts because all this acid is building up. Because why are you What are you stressed about?
I heard about acid when, I didn't even take drugs when I was a teenager. I smoked pot.
Well, acid's a lot of fun.
And then
Done the right way. You can't just like these guys upstairs just do it all day long.
I guess I just miss how I taught my mind to do stuff, and then it just kind of was like.
Yes. Even though I said I wasn't going to talk, I'm just going to give you some.
He's gonna give me some
encouragement. Okay. So I told you, 247,000 miles I've flown on airplanes. That's like
247,000.
I've been around the world
miles.
17 times.
There's a
I'm
spider
sitting here with you right now because I desire to be. Now, desire means this. It means you inspire me. I think you can actually get me playing and doing things again. Because you're the gift to me. You think I'm a gift to you? You're actually my gift.
Okay.
You're the muse. What's up?
Not much, you?
I like the Daisy Dukes. Mine aren't quite Daisy, but maybe tomorrow I'll cut them lower.
I like when my lip goes over my tooth,
You know what?
and I don't even notice it.
Here's what you don't know.
Community
What you have
meeting.
is you have an eye tooth. That's your eye tooth. What you don't know is, guess what? You see this? This is my eye tooth. Guess what? It's fake because it was not aligned. So they pulled it out and they put a fake one. That eye tooth right there is fake. It doesn't look like it because I had money and had a very good surgeon. But yeah, my eye tooth was not everything. All my other teeth were perfect except for that one. So that one's fake.
What did it take to get you to do that eventually?
I was I was maybe your age, just a little bit older, and I had money and I had vanity. You know what vanity is, right?
Excuse me.
So I thought that I didn't look well, and I thought that people were going to judge me because of my eye tooth. And I realized later on that they weren't going to judge me, and if they did, I didn't want to be around them.
Well, maybe it was you had to lay down on your back and
I did.
let it all go. Did you do that?
I did.
Can you repeat what you said though?
Vanity.
What does that mean again?
Vanity means that I thought that I needed to look a certain way. All right?
Why does that make me so excited?
Because that's what you think too. That's why you told me that you were a heavier girl, and you literally fought yourself to make sure that you had to lose some weight, and you did a hell of a job. What you told me is the truth, which I believe it is, you worked your ass off. And
You make me sound so strong.
you are strong. I'm gonna build you up.
My throat chakra wants to hydrate. What is it like
Want me to get you water or something?
Well, what is it like to you to think about being a self-contained person? Like, I'm talking about when there's no vanity, do you just go for the first option that comes to mind?
Well, the funny thing is this. After, and I want you to look at this later on.
Later on, I'll look at this.
Yeah. So after, guess what? When I thought vanity was important, and then I've recently done just the opposite because I realize it doesn't mean shit. Me loving myself means everything. That's why I'm happy all the time. Because you can't hurt me. Nobody can. No matter what happens. I just laugh and I'm like, whatever. Really? You think that about me? I don't care. Because I know who I am. You know what? I go home. I'm happy. I sit and do my thing. If I want to write a song, I write a song. You know? That's it.
I've done that before. So when I was reflecting, was that I did that before. I had to look in the mirror and tell myself I am who I'm looking to find, and I told myself
No,
I
you found
deserve.
yourself. Guess what? You found yourself.
Yeah, I found myself.
And
I also found other people in the mirror I was looking at.
how about this? And then I'm going to shut up after this. This
And
is
then I was
very, very
by
important. This is very, very important. What I really hope I can help you with, if you choose to allow me, what I really hope I can help you with is to make sure you know that you're perfect just the way you are. You're perfect just the way you are. Guess what? I was this crazy guy who's done, I've had coffee houses, art openings, art galleries, I paint, I got murals, Children's Hospital, one of my paintings inside of it. You know what? I've done a lot of things. And guess what? I chose you to help me. I didn't choose some crusty old person that has money and stuff like that. I chose you because I think you're fun.
I think I'm fun.
I think you are fun. We can have laughs. We can do stupid, silly shit. It's that simple.
I'm like in a self-rescue because I said, I think I'm fun.
You are. And sometimes you go off and do your thing, but that's you. And I don't judge you when if sometimes you gotta go, need some time and you may scream and stuff like that.
I've screamed a lot.
That's okay. I heard you the other day.
But I've also asked the same loud questions as loud as the
Listen,
scream was, and
scream all
nothing
you
was
want.
like.
Here's the cool thing.
Yeah.
If you scream, now I don't know this about you, and something tells me you're not. But if you start screaming and stuff, I may make you laugh because I'm gonna turn that emotion into laughter. And I don't think you're ticklish. Something tells me.
You don't think I'm ticklish?
Are you ticklish? Or have you allowed yourself to be tickled? There's a big difference.
I'd love to know if I'm ticklish right now.
Oh, you dropped the. That's
'Cause,
okay. It was just a quick little gift.
One time, someone reminded me that I could be ticklish, and he was a cool guy, and he's
But understand one thing. You block some of your emotions.
my age, kind of. I'm a little older than him, though, so it's a little different.
You're older than him.
Yeah.
I'm just a little older than you, not much.
I like getting excited on camera more than being homeless with power. Does that sound good?
You never have to be homeless. You
Oop,
know
I
what?
didn't mean to sit up or down. Let's know. Just acknowledge this is back right. It says love yourself.
That's a great shirt. Did you buy it? Somebody give it to you? Doesn't matter, I guess. Who's that dog barking? Is that dog's dog? Is dog back here? That sounds like
Dog hasn't been here in a while.
That sounds like dog's dog though.
So excuse me, what about I have a question?
Yeah, ask me some things.
What's it like to get over the pain that maybe you feel right away, that you're so, maybe that like personally, that personal transformation you went through was so drastic, it was so hard to accept that now it just looks like a dirty reason for being an excuse to just exert yourself and being nutso about like who didn't pick you, who picked you.
See, now you have to understand my childhood. My childhood,
Yeah.
I was always picked, meaning picked like in a good way. My father encouraged me beyond belief. He said, you can do whatever you want to do and don't let them tell you you can't. So I would tell people, look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open an art gallery right here in this condemned building. And Metro Times, the little magazine, was the hottest spot in Detroit for 2 years in a row. I quit doing that because I did this thing called getting married. That's not a bad thing. But I married somebody that I got her pregnant after hardly knowing her. And I said, let's get married. Do you know what the Whitney is? The restaurant
Whitney restaurant?
on
No.
Woodward. It's like the most exclusive restaurant in the world.
I haven't seen it. I'm not.
I married her in that building.
Everything just fell now. All the crumblies of my cake I was preparing to just be a little bit open about like
Cake?
the
You're eating
damaging
cake?
shit
I
I've
gave
done.
mine-
It
I
just
gave
crumbled down. And
All right, well, crumble it down. Tear down the wall. Pink Floyd, just tear down the wall. Now, what you're gonna do?
I'm gonna straighten up.
No.
I'm going to
No,
straighten
no,
out,
no, no.
and I
You're
won't ever
missing it.
ask anyone how
No,
much
no.
they've masturbated, because they give themselves permission to.
And guess what?
You
I
don't
like
need
the fact that you
permission to.
masturbate.
It's like the only picture I laughed at in
How
the
about
past
this?
2 years that I
I
found
like
actually
that you have
funny.
sexuality. It's
What
important.
did you say?
I like the fact you have sexuality and you please yourself. It's important. You know, it's a part of our life. And you don't shut it down. You're like, hey, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it.
You don't. That's so brilliant.
No, it's very, very important. I mean, your brain needs it. It's important. And anybody that says they don't, they're lying to you. So everybody's
Well,
all,
I'm not a fan of lying, but I've lied before.
that's okay.
I'm not
and
the
so
most
have I.
honest person
and we
in the
all
world.
have.
And because I don't have the $1 million that I wanted when I was 16.
Why? You don't need it.
Well, I'm just saying I'm not supporting that angry feeling of neglecting the substitute for having that honesty of having all those pennies because he was the most honest man in the world or something.
No, forget that.
Don't need to think like that, but
No,
when
here's the whole thing.
when I'm stranging myself with what the next possible good thought could be, it's just a
How
little
about this?
uncomfortable to let
know
it
what?
keep going.
And you may not understand this right now. Someday it might. Honestly, you're more of a human. The reason I like you is because you don't care. You're just going to masturbate. That's honest. Other people hide. They go and close the door somewhere. They're doing the same thing. It's human nature. And you're just open with it. And I think that's wonderful.
You know how I had once?
How?
I let myself become afraid of that song by Rihanna. Rihanna is the
I don't know.
song name.
I don't know her that well.
Women, they will come and they will
Go.
go.
When-
That's such a sad song.
Man, you
It's
know what?
permanently sad. Can I tell you why
That's not
first?
Rihanna.
You say it's not reality. Okay,
No, that's not Rihanna. You know,
Let me okay
Nikki.
with this.
There's a girl from Fleetwood Mac who wrote that song. Her name is Nikki. The singer from Fleetwood Mac, the woman. She wrote that song. Rihanna redid it. But no, they were breaking up. The guitar player and her were breaking up. And she was by herself doing those things because he was a rock star and was cheating. By the way, you know what? I'm going to ask you a question. Oh, here, film me real quick.
Tell you?
No, film me real fast.
Film me.
I'm going to tell you something. You got to listen. Oh, that's me?
Yeah.
So anyways, guess how many people I've cheated on in my life? 0. That's important. You know what? I can live with myself every single day because I've never cheated on anybody in my life. I've had many opportunities. I had a lot of money. I still do. I'm a good-looking guy. I've had many opportunities, and I say no. Why would you tell somebody you love them and then cheat on them? I never understood that. That's a huge thing someday, and you're still so young. But you're going to be tempted so many times.
Temptation. What does what does the temptation matter if you're kind of on the spot there? Because I had a romance once and I kind of said no more because I thought there was too much of more room to lighten up by being polyamorous. So I wasn't able to pursue any of that
And, you know, that's your generation.
information
That's
I
the
was
same
taking
thing.
in.
Like,
That's not exactly what I wanted to say to you, but I kind of
no,
was
it's cool.
just.
I'm gonna go with what you said. So, Haley, all right, she does that too, the polyamorous thing, and I don't understand it.
I haven't dated in years.
You're all right now. You're dating your friend Jeff, who's humble. He's not gonna force anything on you.
So what's that? What's that like? That blank state of like. Why would it feel like just complete regret of a blank state being pushed upon like a
Guess what? What that
force?
state is?
Because I have a poem in my book that
What that state
is titled Force,
Here, I
and
want
it's
you to
like just coming up to mind.
Consider this.
Consider
If you're just consider.
Okay.
If you have this blank state, you're not living. Honestly, I'm not going to go as far as saying you're dead, but if you have a blank state...
2 days ago, I thought I was supernatural.
Okay,
I
that's
talked to
okay.
someone that I'm living with here, and I didn't admit it, but I was feeling that way because you said something about you mentioned a number. I'll go back and realize it. That's not reality. I know.
It's okay.
So I was thinking about.
But here's what I always say. Okay.
Actually,
That's me
I like
again.
talking.
So I love talking to you. You're gonna inspire me.
I feel healthy talking.
Here's the whole thing.
Where's my
You're-
voice going?
Guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna inspire me,
Okay.
and I'm gonna drag you along and inspire you.
All right.
So you're the gift.
You.
I'm not the gift. You're the gift.
Okay.
And think about that, because you need a teacher, and you're teaching me. And all these other people I had in my life, they're all wonderful. And I have beautiful friends with so many people.
Okay.
But guess what? I quit, and all my other friends say, hey, you used to make people cry when you sang. You quit writing songs.
What do you think people quit because they're moody?
No, I quit because I had no passion.
No passion? Oh.
I need passion. And guess what? You're showing me that.
Wow.
So you're the gift.
Yeah, this is
So-
a kind of new thing.
And what I want you to do is understand, as people judge you and say, oh, she's this, she's that, and she's a little out there, so what? I like it. I like you just the way you are.
Yeah.
And guess what? You're going to actually show me passion again. Not a sex thing. Passion like music, painting. I mean, I've got a painting inside of a children's hospital when you first walk in. I gave it to them and said, take this for the kids. And they're like, oh my God, thank you so much.
And you didn't do it to repay them, maybe.
No, I didn't do it for money.
Oh.
The key is you don't do anything for money. You just love.
Do you have any stories that you want to share before I tell you? I'll tell you now, anyways.
No, tell me now.
We are creating a nice thing that maybe someone else will watch, and maybe that means I meet someone and I feel like a new person, and that person that ends up watching it is me. But we don't have to talk about teleporting ourselves to new
No, there's no
transformation
teleporting. There's
in
no
technology.
No,
The
there's none of
techie
that.
thing.
No.
So I was gonna store these words in my storage, but I won't, because I was saying passion is kind of equated to trust, and I like that you let.
You can't be. You
That I
can't have
can
passion
talk.
unless you trust. That's why I said the most important thing is trust. Guess what? You can't. And I'm sure you tried, and other people have tried.
I just got a tummy ache for these old shoes that I thought were ugly for like just a second, but that second was like, okay, these are now ugly shoes.
No. Just say,
I was on stage at the time. I was behind a curtain. I was
hey,
like,
Tommy wants you to play in
on
drum
a
in his
stage.
band.
Tommy wants me to drum in his band.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're in
I
the
am
drum
a
for it.
drummer. I decided that I'm a drummer. Got in the I escaped. I did the escape the year that happened. Here's your fingerprint device. I mean, cell phone. Yes.
All right, so
I
here's
have a
what
lot
we're
of
gonna do.
energy. The one
I'm
that
glad
I
you
had
have
to
energy.
explain that on
Guess
my
what? You're-
DMTs. Like,
here.
you
No,
already
no.
explained
Guess what?
that, but I was a drummer and I said
Here's
it.
the bottom line. The bottom line is this. Maybe I'm inspiring you and you're inspiring me, because you're starting to live a little bit now. You're happy, you're smiling, you're thinking things. You're not sad. So it takes somebody to inspire you. I never really get sad, but I needed some inspiration, and I found it in you. You should look the word muse up and understand what I'm trying to say. you're going to actually help me do...
How do you be a little bit open about being open-minded?
How do you be a little bit open about being open-minded?
Yeah.
You just live in love.
Do you think you have to be someone unexpected that shows up in another person's life to be considered a tiny bit open, or does it just depend on how you think of you?
Here, what happens is, call it the universe. I'm going to call it the universe.
Call it the universe.
So what happens is, one day you meet somebody and you're like, okay, this is really interesting.
Godspeed noise. Good
And guess what?
health.
And what you do is you follow it. You follow it. Say, okay, wow, this has changed me a little bit. This person, and all of a sudden I'm feeling open to other things, and I'm like, well, this is good. This is what I wanted. I couldn't find it for a while. And that goes back to the word muse, which you're gonna look up,
Okay.
and you're gonna say, wow, all of a sudden now I got a bunch of paint sitting out, and I got a 4x8 canvas, and I haven't put paint to it yet, but I have paint out, and I have a canvas out. I haven't done that.
So do you think it matters what people type when they're typing in black and they're not like full? It's like, well, we use social media.
No,
not
nothing
everyone
matters.
can
No,
do
so
like
you gotta be careful
colorful
with
fonts
social
and
media.
stuff. What am I trying to talk
Here's
about?
the whole thing. Social media, guess what? People might judge you. And that could be devastating to your soul right now, because you think everybody's trying to judge you. I think the little I know about you is you take what other people say too seriously.
I think what I took was maybe I
Any
didn't.
of those people that are quote unquote judging you, they're fools. They're idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you listen to them?
Wonder. Do you think when people get into a feeling of wonderment, it's just another trance?
No. Wonderment is...
It's a great question of
No,
me.
wonderment. That's a great question. Wonderment is everything. Because it's wonder. No, it is. Think about it.
Yeah.
Wonderment.
It is a great question.
No, it's a great question. Most people don't ask that question. Wonderment is like, wow, I wonder.
I wonder why my pelvis bone was banging so hard on that jet ski that I got to ride on with another person on that lake, and then the lake
Dude,
was
those
just
are
like,
crazy, man. Jet skis
we ain't
have-
gonna freeze you, girl. You're not gonna get that traumatized. Just feel it. Definitely
No,
didn't
those things
make me
fly
mad.
like-
Felt that shit.
That shit flies fast.
That was fast as fuck, and it hurt, and it was nice.
No, the problem
Yeah.
is women,
To
even though
control
guys
it or
got,
something.
everybody thinks,
Ooh, my back.
here's the whole thing.
Right.
Everybody thinks this.
Everyone's back is unique.
Here's the whole thing. A lot of people, most people think, guys have testes, nuts, okay? And everybody says, oh, those are very sensitive. But people don't realize, if you're bouncing across the water, girls have a part, that is very sensitive too. And if you're like banging on that thing, because my daughter was a horseback rider, and she hurt herself one day because
She cleaned the horseshoes.
no, what happened is the horse was bouncing and wouldn't, it's called canter smooth, and it just kept on hitting her clitoris.
Oh.
Very painful.
So,
And people don't realize that girls have a lot of pain too. If something's like bouncing you up and down and it hurts, everybody says, well, if you kick a guy in the nuts, well, guess what? Women have just the same feelings in that part of their body. All right, we can shut that off now. And then I want to just listen to you.
stutter butter.